My name is Michelle Chermaine Ramos, and I'm one of the exhibiting artists here at the Harbourfront Centre for Fun Philippines. This piece that I created is called Spirits of Sacrifice, Nurturing Nations. And it's in celebration of the 75th anniversary of Philippines and Canada's bilateral relations. 75 years of friendship depicted in this painting, with Canada and the Philippines personified as motherly figures coming together as friends to take care of Canada's future. So there are three spirits of sacrifice depicted in this painting. The first one being the giant turtle representing Turtle Island. So according to Native Canadian myths, when the Sky Woman, or Goddess Nokomis, fell out of the hole in the sky, birds caught her in mid-flight. But they didn't know where to put her because there was no actual land. It was all water. So the giant turtle saw their dilemma and told the birds to place her on his back. So the next question was, okay, how is the Sky Woman going to live? And how is she going to gather food? Where is she going to live? So the turtle asked the creatures who could swim to the bottom of the ocean to grab some earth from the bottom of the ocean so they could place it all on his back, and eventually, as they piled the land on his back, that eventually formed the great continent of North America, which is why Canada is called Turtle Island. So this is the first spirit of sacrifice depicted in this painting. Now going back to the Sky Woman, or Canada, the Sky Woman in this painting is depicted by Canada, and Canada right here is the figure representing Canada personified, is a mix of the Sky Woman myth, Goddess Nokomis, and of course a gentle Mother Nature spirit, which is why part of her body blends into the Canadian Rockies. She is wearing a golden crown of maple leaves, and emanating from the maple leaf crown is the Aurora Borealis, which takes up the space of the top part of the painting. The reason for that is because before Canada was named Canada, one of the proposed names for Canada was actually Borealia, meaning northern. And here she is holding an infant, which represents Canada's present and future. And here, on the back of the turtle, you see a field of poppies, which eventually blends into the cloth that the baby is wrapped in, which shows the colors of the Canadian flag. And that depicts how the privileges and the peace we enjoy today are built on the sacrifices of those who gave their lives during the world wars. And then over here, you'll see the baby wrapped in a field of dandelions with little specks of yellow and white, which represents spring, new beginnings, and hope. Now over here, you will see the Philippines, or the Pearl of the Orient Sea, is personified as another motherly figure who's helping her friend take care of Canada's present and future. The top part of her, outfit is pearly white, which not only represents the Philippines as the Pearl of the Orient, but it's also inspired by the sleeves of the statue called La Madre Filipina in the Philippines. And the white also represents two different things. Number one, the caregivers, the Filipino caregivers who immigrated to Canada to take care of Canadian children, and who actually sacrificed their chance to be with their children back home. So there's, in our community, family separation is a very big issue. So that's a huge sacrifice that women make to provide for their families back home by taking care of children over here and taking care of other Canadians here as well. And the white also represents the sacrifices of Filipino healthcare workers, not just during the pandemic, but those who've been taking care of Canadians here in Canada. Her right hand, which represents giving, because the right hand is used to give gifts in many cultures, is gently resting on the head of Canada's present and future, which shows how both countries, depicted by both women, are coming together to take care of Canada's future. And her left hand gently rests on the head of the turtle. And that is in reverence for the spirit of sacrifice, the giant turtle, or Canada, who has given her children a place to immigrate and build their new lives. And that is why we have a vibrant Filipino community here in Canada. And accompanying her on this courtesy call is the sari manok over there, which is a mythical Filipino bird, a very colorful rooster who represents good fortune and goodwill and prosperity. And that is how all these elements come together, showing how these two nations, depicted by these two women who are motherly figures, who are friends, are coming together to build a better world by pulling all their resources and their time together to protect Canada's future and Canada's future, which will ripple out into the greater world because of their contributions. So this piece is a tribute to everyone's hard work over the years. So I just thought I'd create a piece that would depict our 75 years of friendship and history.
Okay. That's it?
I suppose, do you have a question? Left hand.
Okay.
Oh, did I say the left hand? Oh, the left hand on her head, on the turtle's head? Oh, that represents her respect and care for the land. So it represents Filipino-Canadians' respect and care for the land, but it's also a double meaning as well. Oh, thank you for bringing that up, because if we go back to the ancient cultures, the Native Canadians and the Aboriginal Filipinos back in the Philippines, both cultures have a deep respect for nature because their spiritual beliefs were based on animism. So this is respect for the land, and it also represents both countries' shared values of environmental stewardship. Thank you. I'm a voluntary participant in 2019, so she saw a lot of different festivals.
Yeah, Trinidad and then she has Barbados. But they don't have diabetes, right? Barbados is hospital. If you came for that, it's one that's fresh fish in
Right there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, Barbados festival, but I don't for some people don't have the funding for that. Yeah, because we get back. But they have an island sold in August. So you could check out that. Yeah, Trinidad, after Caravana.
Oh, which festival?
After Caravana, yes. Then they have the island food festival.
Oh, Island Food.
Yeah. Recently, I think they have
yeah, I can see it in